Hi guys, Dave from Clam Outdoors. I'm going to show you how to make my very favorite double dipped Cajun nuggets by Shore Lunch. This product I've used forever. I probably have made these for over 20 years at the camp up in Canada, and this is a go-to for us. Now they make a lot of other dips, or a lot of coatings, excuse me, that are just as good. The beer batter is super fantastic. And so the original recipe is great, and I've also had the soup before, and the soup is really good, but you know what? Those things are second compared to what I'm going to show you how to make today. And this is, you need this product right here, this Cajun. It's got to be the Cajun Shore Lunch, and then I'm going to show you guys how to get it done. So here I'm going to get started. It's real simple, real easy. There's two processes here. There's a dry and a wet. So the first is going to be the dry, and we just take this and pour it into any old Ziploc bag. That's step number one. Step number two, open this other box. This could probably do about 3-4 pounds of walleye, I'm guessing, and I would guess that's probably what I have. I'm probably not going to make quite all of them, but I have right around that amount. Okay, and the second one I'm going right in here. I'm probably only going to put about half of it in to begin with, because I don't know, this has to be a thicker slurry, and you'll see what I mean here in a minute. So the first thing I do is obviously open the package, pour them in. I take my favorite beverage. I'm going to pour, maybe a half or a quarter in here, and maybe about half. And then mix it up. You could use anything to mix it up, a fork, whatever you like, but just kind of mix it up, and you want it to be like pancake batter. I don't know if you can see that, but it's kind of thicker. It's not real, it's not thin. You want it thicker. And as you make this, you may have to add a little more of the dry mix to it, or a little bit of the beer, and you'll see why. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take these beautiful walleye fillets we got. I cut the spine bone out of them because no one likes to eat spine bone. But anyway, here's a couple beautiful fillets. We're going to chop them up. We're going to cube them like into 1-inch cubes. So that's how we do it. I've already rinsed these off. Obviously, they're all good to go. Nothing perfect here. This is just, these are just, generally I make them as an appetizer. Also, if they're too hot, these are going to be a little spicy. If they get too hot for your audience, you could always throw a little flour in this mix to calm it down a little. I've done that, but usually for the boys up in Canada, they like it hot. So we just make it right out of the box. Put this in here. We're going to give them a little shake. I'm going to make way more than that, but this is just to show you guys. Okay, I got them all good and coated. Now I'm going to put a little bit of butter, probably about a quarter stick of butter in this hot pan, and I'm going to put a little vegetable oil in it. You have to have enough vegetable oil in here so they kind of swim. You don't want them sticking to the pan because sticking is not good. We don't want any sticks. If it sticks, then you're going to take the coating right off of it. And I have the pan pretty hot right now. It's probably about 400 degrees. 350 to 400. I like to run it around there. Okay. Very simple. I'm going to take these coated already with the Cajun Shore Lunch, and I'm going to put it into my little mixture here. And they look kind of batterish, but they turn out fantastic. You can do more than one at a time. I'm just doing one to show you, but I usually throw a handful in and kind of work it around. Your hands get a little messy, so make sure you start with clean hands. But they are very yummy. If you like to do something different with walleye, or just like I said, as an appetizers, I've made these before at the cabin up in Canada, where the guys who are new, had never been there before, I serve these, and they eat like 2 or 3 plates full of these nuggets, and I tell them, okay, well, let's get dinner started, and they say, well, I thought that was dinner. I said, no, this is just the appetizer. Guys really like them. And they're kind of pretty. They look kind of messy right now, but you'll see they pretty up. Could probably use a little more liquid in my mix, my slurry. Gotta rinse my hands off. I'm gonna throw a little more beer in here because it did get a little thick on me, which is normal. That's how they're supposed to look, just like that. Oops. They're fun to eat because they're so pretty. But we'll see what the team thinks when I'm done. One thing that you'll notice, these are spicy, but what happens every time I make these, without fail, I tell the guys they're ready to go, they jump in and bite them right away, and guess what? They burn their mouth. Should let them cool down for a minute or two, but they are, these are just as nice as you can make them. This it is that simple, but we just love them, and we call them double dip Cajun nuggets. Some of these were in a little hotter spot than the others, so I'm gonna leave them on for a minute so they get nice and golden brown. And then I'm gonna do it again, so I'm gonna load them up again. But this is the first batch. And I don't know if you can smell them at home, but I tell you what, they smell fantastic. But you can imagine after you're done fishing for the day and guys are waiting around, for dinner, and you thought, well, I'll get something going here.
Oh yeah, that's good, dude.
Those guys they go insane over it.
And I'll take the Cajun over all the other batters myself.
I would too.
I think it's got the most flavor.
It does.
It's a little zip on me.
And see, they're kind of fluffy, they're very different. There you go. Time for double dip Cajun nuggets by Shore Lunch.